Is Kinetic Blast worth running in Prey 2017? Let's find out. Alright, here we have a very corrupt engineer operator. Let's give him a blast from the past. Alright, he is dead. He's very dead. Alright, so it does good damage. It is definitely worth running. So let's go over some properties of this really quick. This has a 6-second cooldown, which is very low. It costs 40 psi, which is on the higher end, but considering how much damage it can deal and how versatile it is, like I can cast it through tiny openings and completely destroy enemies around corners. You can deal AoE damage. So you can see here I'm about to kill 2 mimics, and they're gone. So this is a very powerful ability. It's extremely useful in combat. It's just like a general all-purpose thing. Like you can use this in every situation. It's good against every enemy. There isn't an enemy it doesn't affect. It damages everything. The only case where this isn't really good is if you use it on a Weaver whose shield is up. So what you do is you just shoot the Weaver with like a pistol shot or something, get his shield down, then hit him with Kinetic Blast. So even in the only case it's not good, it's still good. It can be used against groups of cystoids. If you don't have access to like some throwable object, the easiest way to deal with cystoids is to throw an object into the group of them, and then they'll all just start detonating on it. Flexifoam bolts from the crossbow are also good against cystoids, but you can use this on cystoids in space if you don't want to have crossbow in your inventory, or if you don't have access to a throwable object. It also affects annoying enemies, like this guy over here. Let's kind of aggro him. Alright, so one thing to note about the damage. The damage is full damage when the enemy is in the center, and it does up to half on the edge. So let's hit him in the center. So it does full damage here. In this case, I'm running the second tier of it. Now let's hit him closer to the edge. So it does much less damage. It only did 40 damage in that case. Alright, now let's hit him kind of like little off-center. So 67 damage. So it's full damage in the center, up to half on the sides. Alright, let's actually look at this ability. So it is under energy. You get it once you get the Psychoscope and you scan Phantoms, Telepaths, and the Nightmare. You can only get rank 3 from scanning enough Nightmare and Telepaths. You cannot get rank 3 from scanning Phantoms. The easiest way to get rank 1 and 2 is just to scan Phantoms. But aside from that, you will need Nightmare scans and Telepath scans to unlock the final rank. So the difference between the ranks, rank 1, 50 damage with a 5-meter radius. It does knock foes down. Rank 2, 75 damage with a 6-meter radius. And then finally rank 3, 100 damage with a 7-meter radius. So the radius increases and the damage increases as you scale this up. And it's quite strong. There also is a chipset that scales the damage. This is found randomly as chipset drops are random. And aside from that, that's pretty much all you need to know about this ability. You can use it to slow down time. Most like cast abilities slow down time or stop time. So it slows when you're just sitting still, but as you aim, time scales forward, and as you move, time scales forward. So you can use this to stop time and get like an easy combo off like I just did there, where I knocked this dude towards me. Obviously that wasn't ideal because he shocked me, but you can use this to set things up and to make sure you hit multiple foes with the ability. Also note that if an enemy is behind an object, so like say you cast it here, the enemy is behind this little wall section here, this will actually prevent them from taking damage. So you have to be careful with your positioning. Enemies can also obstruct each other, so you generally want to cast it in between enemies, not on an enemy, as it could possibly prevent another enemy from being hit. But aside from that, it's definitely a very strong ability. I highly recommend running it. It's pretty fun to use too. Knocking enemies down is very good. So it's high damage with crowd control, so you really get the best of both worlds. It's on a 6-second cooldown. It does cost 40 PSI, which is kind of high, but it's worth running, I think. So yeah, that's it for Kinetic Blast. Thank you for checking us out, and I'll see you in the next Prey video.